We are now moving to the next subject of the four that we have at this conference, which is geopolitical impact on the travel industry. And my God, is that a hot subject? And we could talk a lot about it, and we will talk a lot about it, because it's, at the same time as we can say, well, it's outside our control, what happens in the geopolitical world, but we have to react to it. And as we have to react to everything that happens in this world. So we have to be alert, we have to know what's happening, we have to know how to react to it, we have to know how it affects the travel trends, how it affects our customers and our businesses. So really, I think it's wonderful that LCC has chosen this subject, and we have some fabulous speakers over the next hour or two, and then a good panel this afternoon, and you will all know much more about what's happening in the world. To kick it off, we of course have the grand leaders of your company, the two managing directors. You've already seen them last night, you've seen them this morning, so it's really a little bit strange that I have to start and introduce people that you know so well already. And of course you know them all before you came to the conference. So I just very quickly will introduce. You have Markus Orth, who is the managing director of LCR, the LCC headquarters of the German LCC. He has a lot of experience in different CEO positions, both with Lufthansa, Last Minute, TUI, and others, and has also worked both in travel transport and digital business and technology. He has been with the company since 2019, so he's, I won't say an old hat at it, but he knows what he's doing. And you know him and built the relationship with him. He is also the chairman of the supervisory board of Lufthansa City Center and also a board member of the German Travel Association, DRV. And with him is, of course, the new boy on the block, which is Heiko Brix. He's certainly a new boy in context of the GA. He should have a newbie badge on, that's but he is coming from he joined the Lufthansa City Center International in 2024 as managing director, and before that he has been with the Lufthansa Group since 2001, so celebrating 25 years next year, and really been in quite a lot of places. He was previously also with Eurowings, which we are going to hear from later, but started with good old Kuoni Travel, which I remember, and they're still about, of course, and then moved to Lufthansa and dealt with the Lufthansa City Center Travel Agency as key account manager for Lufthansa. So we've seen him before at these conferences, but in a different role. And he has then been positioned in different areas and also responsible for Southeast Asia and Pacific. So truly a man of the world, and now he deals with the whole world through the incredible network of Lufthansa City Center International. So I hope you will give a very warm welcome to Markus Orth, Heiko Brix, your two managing directors.
So, how's everyone? Energized by coffee and the coffee break of Saudia. Thank you, Saudia. Of course, the networking is one of the major tasks here in these conferences and the business that is deriving from it. Still, we're happy to see the room now being packed and people concentrating on us and on the content here. The morning was very inspiring. By the way, the photographer told us to be a little bit more cozy with each other so that they can take better pictures.
It takes time.
Yeah. So we're getting closer and closer, literally. I personally feel really inspired by our young speakers in this morning, and it gives me confidence that we are preparing and getting ready for the needs, for the requirements of this group of youngsters that are on the entrepreneur side coming up, but of course on the customer side as well, and to bring that together, better understanding them.
Yes, of course, and John, you said the great leaders, you better say the old leaders, because I belong to the baby boomer generation, and Heiko is Generation X. Therefore, if you learned, so before, or after 1964, you belong to his generation, and before belong to my generation. Today's session has shown how Gen Z and Gen Alpha is reshaping travel. Yeah? They are reinventing the travel industry. They are driving innovation in tour operation and also in hospitality. And the most important thing is that we all know about what we're talking. So for me personally, I can say with 5 kids by my own and a newborn grandchild, or better say a granddaughter, she is a generation better. I'm closely in touch with both Gen Z and and Gen Alpha. Our family daily interaction keep me young. Our strong bond gives me a solid foundation, and that is a little bit comparable to LCC, because just like at LCC, where our community truly supports us. So the next 15 minutes, not more, we give you a short overview of our focus topics for our agenda, and we try to cross the bridge to the geopolitical issues.
Right.
Yeah, I do.
Thank you. All right. So our global network, of course, is based on strong pillars. As you know, the Lufthansa City Center platform is built on the DMC network, which creates the strength of optimizing tailor-made offers for all of us. So connecting the buyers that are in this room with the sellers that are in this room and buyers beyond our network as well, very importantly, and we're working on that. And we are already having a success with the DMC standalone event that is going to happen around the ITB, a day before ITB. So this is one of the strong pillars where we optimize margins and differentiate ourselves from the competition. That's a unique USP and one of the strong pillars that we're working on. The second one, of course, is the corporate business, where we are as a global network strongly connecting also with best practice exchanges, where we really learn from each other and increase our competencies on the corporate expertise. And we offer exceptional personal service that creates trust and that lasts over generations. I've seen that here in the talks with you, that over generations you are able to not only come with trust into the LCC network, but you are conveying that also to your customers. You create the trust that lasts over generations, and that differentiates us from the TMCs of this world as well. We are combining this unique strength with distribution technology, AI efficiency, and supplier solutions, and that creates an added value for the customer that makes us almost unbeatable. Stay with this confidence, please, because really, I see it happening, that this strength is a unique one. In Malta, we will showcase further developments on all of the above, inspire even beyond, and ramp up on the impact towards 40 years of Lufthansa City Center.
Yes, of course. And what we do have strong foundation. Yeah, we have a great community here, a great network, and we're celebrating it every second year, and it's really great. Yeah, and what we also achieve, or what we mastered, is our crisis. Yes, the last years was not too easy for everybody, and but I think we have mastered this crisis. We have achieved, or we have our restart achieved. Yeah, when you remember to Malaga, that was only a few months after COVID, and we did it. And now we have all regained stability, as I see in your faces and also in the community. Malta stands so for sunlight. It's something which we all have in our heart here, I think, and exactly. That defines our network. Yes, that's a kind of determination. We have a resilience, and we focus on the future with our agenda and our main topics. Yeah, our franchise model has been proven itself in every challenge in the last 2 years, and here we show that it remains relevant. Yeah, for all of us, it is resilient. Yes, everything, and is thriving. From here, we can send a clear message to our people that we are ready for the future, that we think about the future topics, and that we come together on a global basis, and I think perhaps stronger than before.
Well, the challenges around. Looking around the world, I think it had been easier in the past to predict how the year would be unfolding. It was always difficult, but in my 33, 34 years of experience in the travel industry, it, I think, has never been as challenging as it is now, with all the geopolitical things happening. It was easier to predict in the past, and that's why here it is even more important to stay in a network, to stay in a strong network, hand-holding each other, giving each other the resilience and the confidence to maneuver through these disruptions around us. And that is really one of the also very strong foundations of our network. We will hear even more from fascinating speakers to help us understand the current geopolitical issues and to bring them into order, hopefully, and maintain the resilience. In the morning, we were filled with inspirations around Gen Z and the young and upcoming generations. Did you enjoy it as me, diving into their needs? I think there's quite a few new perspectives that we understood. For me, for example, it was understanding that already 25% of Instagrammers would be booking, actually. That was quite more than I expected personally. My children are 25 and 23, so exactly in this generation. I have to bring my son together with Yael. I will introduce him to you. The adaptation to their worldview can be very, very challenging. I can see that in daily discussions with my son, where he comes up with different views, especially on the work-life balance topic. And this needs to be grabbed and naturally understood by us. Let us stay on this important requirement. There is no sugarcoating about the AI topic. It is an enormous challenge, yes, but it also is an incredible opportunity. Let's embrace it. We're diving deep into this topic here in Malta. There's only one way forward: maximize the opportunities that derive from this and thus create competitive advantage. Mindful leadership, the definition officially is a style of leadership focused on being present, self-aware, compassionate, involving intentionally guiding others while also considering their well-being. We as Lufthansa City Center headquarters want to be the role model in mindfulness, guiding the LCC world towards the right decisions based on trend scouting, technology scouting, and supporting your success and your well-being.
Yeah, it's really a lot. So, what is the difference? And I would say people makes a difference, or LCC makes a difference. Yeah, it's a kind of our touch and tech, which we shown already in Montenegro, that we have a combination of human-centric, which drives digital power. That's where we stand for, and so I'm convinced that our local responsibility, guided by a central vision of all of us here, is the main topic we have to discuss here. So our central vision is on one hand, and the other thing is it's your entrepreneurial spirit and your responsibility in your local markets. Yes? That is our success factor, and there we stand for. And our entrepreneurial spirit is kind of our DNA, because 35 years ago we was founded on basic of town offices with Lufthansa, and Lufthansa decided to put the responsibility of a town office into private hands, and it works. Yeah, as we see with a great network, and so put it together. So local empowerment, global direction. That's how we turn diversity into strengths.
Young talents as a strong brand statement. Having talked about next generation customers, who better could understand the needs and the opportunities related to younger generations than staff that we recruit throughout or within the young generation, of course. So I am convinced that attracting this generation with our brand and through the unique industry values shouldn't be too difficult, because an outstanding factor that tourism industry creates by selling dreams and experiences is the fun factor. And fun factor actually definitely, I can tell that by my children, connects to the young generation, to all of us, of course. Building up the entrepreneurs of the future is an effort that we at headquarters will be prioritizing together with all LCC partners, as we need to ensure that in 5, in 10, or also in 20 years, new LCC leadership characters and entrepreneurs will be deriving from these efforts.
And on the next 2 slides, we show, first of all, I will show what is the main topic from the German perspective, and after Heiko will underline some topics which is more international like, but
yes,
all these topics we put together, and Heiko, I'm very happy. We don't run out of time, therefore we have enough time to explain it, yes. So the LCR roadmap, where we look for is we like to have more growth, So we also expanding in our home market, So we are happy that we have new partners here on the block, and Germany is where our story began, and therefore our home market is very important, together with a strong brand of Lufthansa. In our corporate sector, so we are investing a lot. We invest in new people and new colleagues. And there we see a very close bond to the LCCI, and we try, and as we yesterday learned, we try to improve our TMC portfolio and our position. Not joking, in the German market we are number 3 behind Amex GBT and BCD. That's for us. I'm very proud about it, because after COVID, we get a lot of speed, and we took the fast lane, and now we are number 3, and we are much more bigger than the other chains in Germany. In the leisure market, so we also invest a lot in the new generation, because we know that a lot more of our customers are baby boomer than we do have Gen Z or Gen Alpha. Therefore, we have to invest in this segment, and we have our own project, and we think about how we get new people, how new stuff in that age, and how we can write new concepts as a franchise system. And also in our headquarters, renewal means becoming innovators and enablers, empowering, and that is our main vision, empowering you and our partners across Germany and beyond to achieve even greater success. And together, I think there is a common line between LCCI and us from LCL. Together we are writing the next chapter of our success story, built on partnership, innovation, and an unshakable belief in our shared future.
Absolutely agree, Markus. Thank you for this view out of the German perspective, and of course the international perspective is going into a world which is more complex. Maybe it's 109 different countries, meaning 109 different markets outside of Germany. Relevance for distribution suppliers differ from market to market. That's sometimes a challenge in headquarters with the trend scouting, where we need also your active impact, the I act factor here, to really come up also with ideas and challenge also headquarters what's needed in the markets. And we stay, and that's how we also source the information from you in closest touch, and we're working on that to even get closer to you. You might have felt that here and there, through our account managers, during conventions and regular exchange calls, during roundtables, with LCC nights that I conducted a few together with my account management teams and the marketing colleagues as well, and individual meetings that are happening also in the markets. We are always scouting together with you what's needed to increase your commercial success. With the example of AI, the beauty of diverse international entrepreneurship has proven that it is deriving impressive best practice exchanges during the BT meetings and roundtables, which some of you might not have expected. So there is a different speed sometimes which we can leverage upon to catch up for those who are not as close to the topics as maybe bigger entrepreneurs and companies in some countries might be. And this is really the community that is helping each other here. So we worked on actively expanding the supplier portfolio. You know that we are now over 70 suppliers that we're contracting, and that is offering LCC-specific pricings, incentives, increasingly also content, big topic obviously. So your commercial ROI is our mission. Competitive edge with exclusive corporations will be further developed, and we have quite a lot in the pipeline, which you will be seeing throughout the next months to be materialized. We also kick off the Next Gen Circle and further develop the strategic Next HQ focus closely with Lufthansa City Center Germany towards 2030. Being even more, and that is something that we discussed in the supervisory board also, being even more data-driven, we take action here, being even more strategically and structurally trending scouts, and mindfully leading towards the relevant suppliers and segments that we should be focusing on.
All right, so let's summarize what we mean with impact, but I see there's Pillow, as this is just an idea. Who's a good quarterback of you? Hey, just. So you can give it your neighbor. Or you, so.
That wasn't part of the briefing,
yeah,
though?
it was not part of the briefing, but I saw this pillow and it's very nice. So together, yeah, what we stand for with impact, yeah, together, for us, is more than a word, is our mindset. Yeah, I'm saying we clearly agree on that. Across countries, brands, and teams, we stand united on one shared purpose: to create lasting impact. That is number one. Second, we strong. Strong is what defines who we are. We are ready to grow with confidence and also with conviction, backed by a trusted Lufthansa brand, powered by our global network, and supported by financial stability. Third, entrepreneurial. Entrepreneurial spirit, as I already said, is the heartbeat of our culture. It's a backbone and it's a heritage where we came from. We take responsibility, act with initiative, and combine local expertise with central guidance. And last but not least, under the banner of Impact 2030, we will live our value. That is how we will shape the next decade together.
So I wonder why Lufthansa City Center International is now talking about celebration. We're known for this, but it is not the means to an end. It is not Selbstzweck. These celebrations are only possible based on success. This is only possible based on trust into suppliers, or suppliers trusting in us, you trusting in us. This is only possible based on commercial success. And the growing network, the growing turnover, the increasing relevance, despite all the challenges, is proving this success. We stay alert, we stay focused on efficiency, helping you with hand-holding also on best practices here. We stay, of course, very focused on the strengths that we have, the end-to-end service attitude. We stay focused on efficiency, on margins, we stay focused on the right segments, and in our culture, challenges and urgency are not hidden. We are openly addressing fears, thoughts, concerns, and trying to cope with them and trying to embrace them in a nice way that we find solutions together with you. So we create impact. We are no consumers of the network. We are actively using the network. So I act is true for every single entrepreneur, employee of the headquarters and staff to achieve the best for all of us, for Lufthansa City Center.
So 9 seconds to go. Perhaps a minute, yeah. So
15.
what we intended to be the impact the next 2 days, or today and tomorrow. Yeah, our aspiration is leaving Malta with pride, clarity, and confidence. We want to leave Malta all together with pride in what we have achieved together in our resilience and in the power of our partnership. We also want to leave Malta with clarity about our challenges and priorities, and as well as a shared understanding of where we are heading next. We want to leave Malta with confidence and a strong, future-proof franchise system and our ability to grow and lead this market. And that is why we are today and tomorrow. And why is it important today and tomorrow? Because the energy is right here in the room. The energy to shape, to build, and move forward together. So let's turn, Heiko, and you all together, pride into action, clarity into focus, and confidence into impact. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen. I don't have any questions from the audience, but you know that these two are some of the most approachable people you can find. And if you can find them, no, you can find them. They will answer all your questions. This is their big chance for these 2-3 days to meet all their customers and all their partners. So make sure that they get that message so that they can bring the messages forward into actions, both positive and negative, but also positive, with the strength that they have developed over the last few years. I love that you said that this is more unpredictable than we've ever had, without mentioning any names, because I would never do that. We have even politicians that don't know what they're going to say the next day.
No politics.
This is politics session. It's okay. We can talk. But you have the chance because you have the global insights. And you have people in all these countries. So they can also, if the communication lines are open, which I know they are with you two, then they can also bring you the global insights.
And this, by the way, is also what Lufthansa, as one of the shareholders, is actually for us, right? And the name, the brand for all of us, is also very much appreciating this sourcing these insights into the markets and into the trends that are going on in the world.
So don't be shy. Speak to them. You might be able to find them in the bar at some stage. They might even buy you a drink. Who knows? Or you can buy them. Or you can buy them a drink, but not
it's
too
getting
many.
more and more expensive the longer we stand here.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, John.
Thank you, John.